And we back. It's Voch Lombardi here with the next film session. We about to look at Saquon Barkley from Penn State. Let's jump right into it, man. Saquon has been touted as one of the better running backs that we've scouted in the decade. People are putting him up there with Ezekiel and Todd and Leo, Dalvin. All those top tier guys we're putting Saquon up there with them. Well, at the Voch Lombardi Show, we like to do our little research. We'll cross that road whenever we get there. Now, I haven't watched Saquon formally, but I have watched him in passing. And in passing, just casually watching the game, he looks like a gangster at running back, But we gotta dive a little deep. So we looking at Iowa today, and Ohio State, and Michigan, and we might have some more. I could be tripping. But I think that's what we got. Iowa, Ohio State, and Michigan. Let me just run this first play right here. Saquon is the running back, so hopefully we ain't got to do too much pointing at him. But that's where he makes a lot of his money. Okay? Like, it's cool to be the type of runner he is, and we will get into the type of runner that he is. But he's not only a threat receiving the football. That's easy to say. But you get these mismatches with these linebackers, okay? And it's especially apparent versus Iowa. Iowa is a good defense, but Saquon ripped these guys up all day because of mismatches, right? Like they couldn't deal with Saquon all day. Let's take a look at him right here, fam. Let's just ignore what ESPN is drawing about him, but let's just take a look at Saquon right here, dog. Just he didn't get the ball right there, but 43 was just chasing this dude all day, man. Let's just take it back to this point right here. He even had a little breakdown, had a pop, just that small little pop right there. You see all that space that was created? Let me bring it back a little bit. All that space created between him and the linebacker right now, for the linebacker to have to adjust and now run for his life. And what we're going to learn with Saquon is him as a runner is he doesn't need that much space to make the thing shake, okay? I want you to think about the type of athlete you got to be to tackle this dude, okay? Now, Iowa, great defense. But I feel like Saquon was able to get off on these guys like this because they didn't have the type of athletes that can tackle them. First of all, play action over the top, right? I mean, it's not play handoff. Pardon me, I'm thinking about the last play. They're gonna hand him the ball, right? First of all, 98, 88, whatever. This cat right here, you're not close enough. Okay, you gonna learn real fast that if Saquon going to the outside, you just can't hold your breakfast and then decide to chase Saquon. If you see Saquon going to the outside or is looking like he going to the outside, if you want a chance to tackling this dude, you got to haul ass to the sideline right now. 88 didn't do that, so he's not going to tackle Saquon. Look at this small cut he makes and how much space that he creates from this small cut that he makes right here. That small cut right there, fam. Come on, fam. First of all, he's going to plant his foot real heavy in the ground, moving right there. See that? That small step gave the illusion, the magic, the fake, the Photoshop, right? That step is enough to make you think he's going that way, and just so fluently and easily he's going in the other direction, right? If I take this hard ass step, bow, I'm gonna stumble for two more steps and get tackled, right? But Saquon's change of direction, fop, right there, right? Then the balance to keep himself moving forward. He tripped right there though. But as a runner, Saquon is pretty special. Look at this angle right here of Saquon just terrorizing 43. And this was the matchup the entire game, right? Just that small move right there. Look at all that open. Look at how open Saquon is right now, right? Now, granted, 43, this linebacker right here, Josie Jewell, whatever. No disrespect to Josie Jewell, but he's not an NFL caliber linebacker, right? So Saquon's he's gonna definitely eat this up all day, right? Now when you get to the league, there will be more athletic linebackers when you get there. So we're gonna have to cross that road with Saquon at that point. But just this matchup against this Iowa linebacker right here, it wasn't good, man. I had to deal with the peanut gallery a lot last year as far as Saquon goes, because any type of criticism from Saquon, Saquon fans wanted to jump on you and be like, well, Saquon's the best running back, da, 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 da. Well, I need him to be a better blocker, right? And one time he was really getting eaten up in the pass game as a pass blocker, and I was like, you need a little more weight room, and people were showing me videos of him power cleaning 400 pounds. That's cool, but I need you to power clean these linebackers when you're in the game, fam. That's what I'm saying by weight room. That's my coach speak coming out, right? And if I had any gripe about Saquon, it'll be him. We got another gripe. It'll be him being a blocker, being him more proactive as a blocker. Saquon last year will step up about 2 steps, and he'll be in the quarterback's lap right there, and he'll catch a defender, and the defender will take him into the quarterback, right? So Saquon basically didn't handle, linebackers, or just powerful guys really well, right? But it seemed like Saquon has learned. He steps up in the pocket, far away from his quarterback's lap, giving the quarterback some good room to work with, good comforting space right there. And he's delivering the blow a little more often, right? Now, he didn't deliver a blow right here, but he didn't get torn up like he used to. Like Saquon really used to get terrorized because he used to go out in space and wait on people, and they would get around him. Well, Saquon is a little more proactive in his blocks here, and it's showing. And it's not just this one example. We're going to show you examples throughout the entire film session of him being a better blocker. Now, first time it was Saquon stepping up to block 43. In the middle right there. And, that's cool because you still have that big offensive line log jam in the middle to help out if you do have problems with that linebacker. But something that we saw Saquon have huge problems with was when these guys rush off the edge and it's Saquon and a defender on an island, right? Well, Saquon better, stepping up, a little better with his hands right there, being proactive in the block, not just catching people. You know what I mean? And Saquon has improved in that way. You know what I mean? I think Saquon's a junior now, so Saquon sophomore had a problem with that, but Saquon junior definitely fixed it. I can appreciate that. For you to be Saquon, the best guy on your team, Mr. Fantastic, certified first round pick, top 5, top 10 pick or whatever, and you still take it back to the drawing board and fix your mistakes. I think there's something to be said about that. When I think about Saquon as a runner, I wouldn't think of him as a powerful finisher though. He does, he can be powerful because he's a strong running. I'm trying to find my right words here, right? Like he's a strong runner, but I wouldn't call him powerful, right? Like a bruising type of guy that'll wear you down over 4 quarters like Zeke or Todd would, right? I see Saquon look for his opportunities where he's, powerful, right? Now I see him lowering his shoulder and getting through these 2 guys here, breaking tackles. I see that, but I wouldn't consider him a finisher on that type of level, because we're going to get a lot of Zeke versus Saquon debates here. And, Zeke is a hell of a finisher. Zeke could get in the open field and finish you. Gurley would do that too. Saquon can run with power if he runs into somebody and somebody tackles him, then Saquon can run his feet and keep going. But I wouldn't necessarily call him a finisher, like a hard-nosed finisher. And that's fine. Saquon's still an outstanding runner. Talk about the balance, right? After breaking out of this tackle situation right here, keeping his feet, getting to the sideline. Boy, y'all made Saquon some money in this game. Y'all sent Saquon to the Pro Bowl in this game. Damn, Saquon climbed a couple draft spots in this game. Damn, boy. Also to be said, Saquon will always run out of this style of offense, this formation here. It'll be interesting when he gets to the league and, a quarterback will be under center and he'll be behind him. That'll be an interesting situation for us to keep tabs on. Some guys run better in this zone spread type deal. You know what I mean? Other guys run better in a power forwardy type of situation, right? If Saquon gets drafted in a situation where he has to line up 9 yards behind the quarterback, It'll be interesting, man, because the reads are different. You know, in these zone read offense type situations, man, you read the line, you make a decision, and you go. Well, what if we like Saquon hit B gap and cut it back if it's there? Hit front side B and cut back if it's there. It should be there. You know, we gotta see Saquon if he can, pull that type of move off. But this run right here, man. Getting to the sideline, breaking this tackle. You can't arm tackle the dude. Getting past this guy, right? Now, apparently his knee wasn't down. I'm not going to debate that. But staying in bounds after all this right here, then getting upfield to get some more afterwards. That's just nasty, man. And don't get me wrong, man. Penn State, they did a pretty good job blocking Iowa up front. But even in situations where Saquon had to make it shake on his own, he's still great at that. He's great at making guys miss. You know what I mean? Like in this situation right here, right? Boom, boom, boom. Tight end's going to pull. I'm assuming he's supposed to kick this end out right here. That's never a good idea. Coaches, stop making your tight ends kick these ends out, man. It's not a great idea. But anyway, I want y'all to watch Saquon's feet right here, right? Just watch his feet and the direction he's moving. I can't do that. You can't do that. Regular humans cannot do that. If Bo Scarborough was watching this video, you can't do it neither, right? For you to go up in the gap, right? But for you to notice the danger, right? Who is that? 57, 27, whatever. Defender 7, looks like 27. Cool. For him to flash in this gap right here, Saquon's moving forward. To him to plant his foot in the ground, recover, right? Shuffle backwards. Keep his balance. You're gonna hear that a lot from the pundits, McShay, Kuiper, all those guys. You're gonna hear balance a lot when we're talking about Saquon. It's balance right there. Matt Wallman, Brett Coleman, Voch Lombardi. We're gonna talk about balance a lot. That's a prime example. YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that's subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. Let's take a look at it. Look at it. You don't need my analysis on this play. You don't need my analysis on this. Asshole jumped over 2 people. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, bruh. Y'all trying to send Saquon to the Pro Bowl in one game, huh? How many draft spots you trying to get this dude? He jumped over you. And he would look, wait a minute. It's not like he jumped over a dude, jumped over a dude. He jumped over this guy, but he had enough hang time. I'm just going to go over your ass too. Huh? What? Look, man, I want y'all to pause the film session right now. Go in the comment section. Hashtag that run. We're going to talk about this. What was y'all reaction when y'all saw Saquon jump over 2 people? Hashtag that run. We're going to go in the comment section, and I'm going to be proactive in dealing with y'all when reacting to that run. I want to share y'all's excitement because when I first seen this, I had to get up and find some happy juice. That's H2O. I had to get up and find some happy juice and take a damn break. Saquon jumped over 2 people on accident. Hey, man, once again, Saquon Barkley, look at his feet and look at the direction he's running. That type of stop and go ability, you're going to hear a lot of that from the pundits and the peanut gallery, man. That stop and go ability, look at his feet, man. That's rare, man. That's rare. And Saquon ain't no little dude, man. Saquon, like what, 220? 225? Saquon ain't no little dude. And, just back on the run in general, Iowa just ain't fast enough. They're just not athletic enough. They're a physical, nasty defense that can cover pretty good. But they just couldn't catch Saquon, man. Saquon having this angle on them, there's nothing they could do with that. Now, this is going to be a debate within the community because Saquon Barkley is one of your most dynamic players, and in college, he had the ability to help you in the kicking game. Kick return, punt return, right? Well, you typically don't put your best athlete in those situations, right? You don't put. I mean, it's rare because like Pittsburgh does it. Where they'll put Brown back there and catch a punt every now and then. But I don't think Saquon's going to do a lot of kick punt returning when he gets to the league. I mean, he might, but a lot of guys don't do it. Because of the value of the player or whatever. But Saquon does give you value in the kick punt return game. So, just a notion for you. Here's him blocking Ohio State. Now, this is something that was very strange to me. I want y'all to keep tabs on this. Nothing happened so far besides the kick return. Ohio State got the ball and a pass or two or whatever. But let's look at Saquon and how he's being used versus Ohio State, right? It's the first quarter, 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. I'm going to talk, but we just going to keep tabs on Saquon and what he's doing, okay? So they throw the ball to Saquon right here. Cool, typical. Saquon lines up at receiver, lines up in the slot. He does that a bunch, though. Saquon does that. He's not just a pass catching running back. Like he can line up at receiver and give you value. I don't know how much of that he's gonna do in the league or whatever. Film still rolling, right? Either Saquon's blocking or he's out running routes catching the football, right? For some reason, Penn State didn't want to run versus Ohio State very much, right? We didn't see a lot of run plays. And Penn State's up by 11 points right now. So 14-3, game like this, man, you want to get Saquon the ball, you want to run a little bit. Saquon really didn't run the ball. Let me check my timestamp. I got it written down. Saquon ran the ball right there one time. And we're going to get a lot more passing after this too, right? It's going to be like mid second quarter, late second quarter, right? This got called back, and that shows why they're back here or whatever. They're going to run one more time. Then they're going to get into a heavy dose of passing again. And I'm trying to figure out, what was with the lack of using Saquon. And I think because Penn State are a better pass blocking offensive line than run blocking offensive line. And I think that running the ball, Saquon's a lead blocker right here. Come on, man. They chose to lead block with him opposed to running with him. It doesn't make much sense right here, right? So Saquon's about to run the ball in a couple snaps. And I would normally edit all this out. I just found it peculiar that we waited so long to get Saquon to run the ball. Saquon ran right there, but it's 3rd and 1. That just makes sense to run right there, right? And Saquon's running right there. So, but the more I analyze, right, because we're gonna get into Penn State running the football. Penn State's offensive line could not block Ohio State up front. So now we have the added argument of what if Saquon goes to a bad offensive line, then what? And that's some situational type of stuff, but it's something we got to talk about. It's something we got to do. We got to bring up. Some running backs can flourish with bad offensive lines. You think about Zeke and how he runs. With the Cowboys, we're talking about being heavy finishers, those big strong finishers. Zeke can get caught at the -1. And turn it into a 3-yard gain because Zeke runs hard in that way. Todd Gurley can also run in that way. Some guys like LaShawn McCoy, he's not a heavy finisher, but if he gets caught behind the line, he can use his quickness and speed to turn that into a positive gain, right? So we got Penn State versus Ohio State. You see the right tackle miss a block here, and you kind of get Saquon right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, this really isn't anything against Saquon because he may go to a situation where he's just fine, with the offensive line in front of him. But, we got a missed block a terrible block by the left tackle right here. And Saquon is grass, and I know I'm going to get these comments in the comment section, and I agree with you. That's not Saquon's fault. I get it. But there are running backs that can turn nothing into something positive, right? That's just what we got to deal with. Remember AP when Adrian Peterson was like really dangerous for no reason or whatever, and he'll get those like he'll get caught behind the line of scrimmage, but he'll keep driving those legs. right? And it'll end up being a positive gain. That's the type of thing I'm talking about. That's just what we're dealing with here. So I just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention. Seems like every time I'm in one of these film breakdowns, there's this long-winded situation I want to bring to y'all attention. Whatever, just letting y'all know. For example, right here, look at this. Look at this. You know, Saquon just couldn't spin his way out of this one, right? Just, I guess something I could be saying was, you know, Saquon made a lot of his money in the Iowa game, and I get that. You only responsible for what they put in front of you. Cool. You made your money in the Iowa game, but that Iowa defense wasn't built to chase Saquon Barkley around. You know, Ohio State's defense or Michigan's defense, both those defenses were built to chase Saquon Barkley around. So you didn't see Saquon get off on those guys like that. You know, I'm not making a statement or a declaration right now. I just wanted to bring to y'all attention. It's not like he did that mess he did in Iowa. It's not like he did that versus Ohio State. He didn't do that versus Michigan. You know, not looking for a reason to bump heads with y'all. Just letting you know. That's part of the reason why Ohio State was able to come back and beat Michigan. Because Michigan, not Michigan, Ohio State was able to come back and beat Penn State because Penn State, they weren't able to move the football anymore. They were just more hell bent on running it. The game plan they had was better. You know, you couldn't block them up front, so just line up, spread. You know, move it around, throw it to Saquon, just be empty and do that old thing, and that worked for a little bit. But whatever. In case I haven't let y'all know, Saquon Barkley is a home run threat. Yep, y'all don't need my analysis for that one. Moving on. You know, Saquon is really good as a route runner. Look at him lined up at the receiver spot right up here. And, you know, it's more than just a swing or like a cross out of the backfield or whatnot. Like, look at this move Saquon put on this guy. That right there, that first of all, look at how he sets up his route. He's not going in a straight line. He's leaning more towards the numbers. He ends up at the numbers, right? Boom, boom. Small little fake right there with the hands and the feet. Get the is that a corner or man? I feel so much better if I knew whether that was a corner or a safety. Let me stop and figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's everybody. So there's one free right there. He's kind of cheating over here. 3 guys right there. This looks kind of like a 3, 4, 7, da da da. So that's a strong safety right there. That's a big ass strong safety, man. But then that'll be too many linebackers. I don't think that's just a linebacker because there's no other strong safety. Anyway, that could be the strong, that could be the free, whatever. Whoever this dude is, it was a damn mismatch. It could be the strong safety, but yeah, he number 9. He probably damn strong safety fan. Saquon being able to make that much space on a route like that, man, setting it up like that, leaning to the outside, hands, feet, head fakes, and all that type of stuff. All the way to the end zone. All the way to the end zone. That's cold-blooded there, fam. Number 9 on that play was actually the linebacker. He was just in man coverage. And that just goes to my previous point, you know, saying how much of a mismatch he is versus those bigger guys. But, hey, anyway, that's just me. Moving on. Let's take a look at this play, see what we got. Hey, man. Saquon swinging out the back with the one-handed catch. Fop. Okay. He's going to reset those feet, change of direction, shook you up, get a little burst in there. Now, Saquon didn't punish this dude right here. That's what I'm saying. Saquon punished this dude. That's what I want. But we're not going to see Saquon the punisher. We're going to see Saquon the make a guy miss. And Saquon makes guys miss, man. See that long step he took right there? This long with his left foot right here. This big long step right there. Saquon and his big foot is leaning to the left. All right. Saquon's body's going left right now. But so fast in the other direction, man, you just miss him. You miss him by inches. Even this guy right here, right? You see that move right there? That move is Saquon faking right. You can't do nothing with a dude that quick, man. We'll watch them one more time in its entirety before we move along. Then I added this play because why not add this play? Hey, Saquon got a passing touchdown too, fam. Why not add that play? It had nothing to do with my assessment. All right, listen, man. This was an interesting player to watch film on. I like him. Don't ask me what round would I draft him in. I don't know. We got a lot of guys to watch film on, but it's Voch Lombardi, man. Thanks for tuning in. Follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. Join me in my Facebook group, Lombardi's Draft Talk. That's a Facebook group. Type that in. It's about 4,000 people in there just disagreeing about football and draft. It's a good conversation. And don't forget to drop $1 on Patreon, man. Salute, y'all. Peace.